investigators from the crime scene, Governor Tim Walz did something unprecedented. He deployed the Minnesota National Guard, not to help federal agents, but to oppose them. These Guard troops answer to the governor, not the president. Now, two armed forces occupy the same city, asserting competing authority.
And we moved to prevent the destruction and/or tampering with evidence related to Alex Pretti's shooting. And this includes any evidence the federal agents took from the scene of the shooting, preventing the state authorities from inspecting it. We've never had to do anything like this before. Never before.
Which brings us to the second condition, the complete breakdown of shared reality. The federal government released its narrative immediately.
An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots.
But witness video tells a different story. Alex Pretti is shown holding a phone, not a gun. He's tackled by multiple agents, pinned face down. An agent removes a holstered weapon from Pretti's waistband and walks away with it. After the weapon is secured and the agent is clear, other agents fire multiple shots into Pretti's back. A pediatrician who rushed to help said in a sworn affidavit that agents weren't performing CPR, they were counting his bullet wounds. This isn't a disagreement about interpretation. These are mutually exclusive realities. One government is lying. And in a civil war, that's the point where compromise becomes impossible.
If it was the intention of Donald Trump to make an example of Minnesota, then I'm damn proud of the example that the world's seeing. What side do you want to be on? The side of an all-powerful federal government that can kill, injure, menace, and kidnap its citizens off the streets? Or on the side of a nurse at the VA hospital who died bearing witness to such government?
The third condition, competing monopolies on legitimate violence. After blocking state investigators, federal agents faced a temporary restraining order from a federal judge, a Trump appointee, who ruled there was credible risk they would destroy evidence. President Trump responded by threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807, which would allow him to deploy active-duty military troops to Minneapolis. 1,500 soldiers are reportedly on standby.
We did discuss the Insurrection Act. He certainly has the constitutional authority to utilize that. My hope is that this leadership team in Minnesota will start to work with us to get criminals off the streets.
So how did Minneapolis become this flashpoint? Three factors converge. First, demographics. Minneapolis is home to over 84,000 Somali Americans, the largest concentration in the nation. 87% are U.S. citizens. The community has achieved political power, electing representatives like Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. The Trump administration explicitly targeted this community.
We're also going to revoke the citizenship of any naturalized immigrant from Somalia or anywhere else who is convicted of defrauding our citizens. We're going to get them the hell out of here fast. Think of that Ilhan Omar. She lives in Somalia. They don't have a government. They don't have a military. They don't have police. They don't have anything. All they have is murder.